people. My name is Satokwam Naidu, aka Nyamasam, and today we are here to share another message with you. You see, there is this thing very important in a human life called money. There is nothing that you can do without money. When you're going, you need money for transport, everything, feeding, transport, taking care of yourself, everything that you do, you need money. And so we are going to talk about worrying about money. As a Christian, are we supposed to worry about money or not? That's what we are going to talk about. Now, worrying is a feeling or being anxious about how to deal with something. A feeling or being anxious about how to deal with something. And the money is what you earn by working and can be used to trade or buy things. Hi, my name is Satokwam Naidu, aka Nyamasam, and today we are going to talk about something very important as a message. You see, in our human life, there is something that is very important. That is money. When you are going, your transport, taking care of yourself, everything that you do, you need money. Money is very important in the human life. And so we are going to talk about worrying about money. As a Christian, are we supposed to worry about money? That's what we're going to talk about. Now, worrying is feeling anxious about something or how to deal about or go about things. That is worrying. When you worry, it means you are feeling so anxious about how you go about things. And then money is what we earn by working and can be used to trade, buy and sell things. Is it okay? That is money. And so when you talk about worrying about money, it's feeling anxious about what? What we use to buy and sell, or feeling anxious about the things we earn about work and what we use to buy and sell. That is what? Worrying about money. Now let's see the types of money. We have commodity, that is a product that is bought and sold. A product that is bought and sold. Number 2 is fiat. That is an official order given by someone in a position of authority without considering what other people want. That is the fiat. And then we have the commercial. It is related to buy and it is related to business, and which is what? The buying and selling of goods and services. We have other types of money as well, but these are some of the short types of money that I want us to know. Now let's see what money is, or the characteristics of a money. It is durable, durability. That is an act of staying in a good condition for a long time, even if used a lot. It has the capacity to stay in a very long position or condition, whether being used a lot or not. And then it is portable. It is the act of being able to be carried or moved anywhere. It is what? Divisibility, the act of being able to divide for. That is, by example, an amber. Is it okay? Divisibility is very good. And then we have what? Uniformity, the equal of being or looking the same as it is in a group. That's the uniformity. And then there's accessibility. That's the act of being good enough to be used for a particular purpose or to be considered satisfactory. Now let's see what money does. What does money do? It is a unit of account. Money is a unit of account. That's an amount of something used as a standard of measurement, as an arrangement in which banks keep in safe. Is it okay? It's a unit of accounts. That is, it is an amount of something, or an amount of something which is mainly kept in the bank. And then it is a store of value. It is a store of value. That is to put things away and keep them before you need them for an important or usefulness of a thing. It is a medium of exchange as well. That's a way of communication. Is it okay? A way of communicating information, news to people, such as newspapers, television, and all those things. And it's also a standard of different payment, or a standard of deferred payment. That's a fixed official rule for assuring weight, purity, value, etc. To delay something until later date. Is it okay? Until later date. Now let's see how we can stop worrying about money as a Christian. How we can stop worrying about money. Number one, you have to set aside time. Try and set aside time. Number two is to create a budget. Create a budget. Anytime you have money, you have to create a budget for it. Number three is to pay off your debt. If you know you are owing somebody, you try to pay off your debt. Number four is what? Build an emergency fund. Try and build an emergency fund. Number five is what? Obtain multiple sources of income. Try to get so many ways or so many things that you do that will give you what? Money. And then number six is what? Simplify your finances. Simplify your finances. That is, try to make your expenditure less. Try to make your expenditure less. Number seven is what? Understanding the market. That is, when you go to buy and sell, you have to be very understandable about it and know how you use your money. Number eight is what? Utilize auto pay. Utilize your auto pay. Now let's go into the Bible. Let's go into the Bible. Proverbs chapter 11 verse 7 says, the wicked perish with his expectation. The wicked perish with his expectation. Number two is Ecclesiastes chapter 5 verse 10 to 20. It talks about wealth brings difficulty for the evil one, and wealth comes from God. Wealth brings difficulties for the evil one, but it comes from what? From God. Number three is what? Seeking the kingdom of God and its righteousness is wealth. When you read Matthew chapter 6 verse 24 to 32, it talks about this one. Number four is the parables of the rich fool. The parable of the rich fool. Now, when you read Luke chapter 12, verse 13 to 21, it also talks about the parables of the rich fool. Number five is what? Don't fall into temptation of money. Do not fall into temptation of money. And then when you read 1 Timothy chapter 6, verse 6 to 10, it also talks about this one as well. Beloved, I'm very glad that you are here watching, and I know you'll be blessed as you watch this message. God bless you. Hi lovely people, my name is Atukwamna aka Nyamasem, and today we are going to talk about how we can manage our time as a Christian, how we can manage our time. You see, time is very precious in this life. Time is very key in this life, and so let's go straight into it. Managing is to what? Is to use time sensibly without wasting it. When we say managing, it means using time sensibly without what? Wasting it. And then time is used to measure in minutes, hours, days, and years. Is it okay? What we use to measure what? Minutes, seconds, hours, days, and years. These are times. There are other extra definition about that one. So let's look at what? Managing our time, or how we can manage our time. Managing our time is to use things to measure in minutes, hours, days, and years, etc. Using clock sensibly without wasting it. Is it okay? And so managing your time is what we do, or the things we do in order to be in track, or in order to be in time, so that time will not be wasted. Now let's see ways of managing our time. The ways of managing our time. Number one is what? Knowing your goals. Number one is knowing your goals. When you know your goals and you want to achieve them, you'll be able to manage time very well. Number two is what? Prioritize wisely. To prioritize wisely. You must prioritize your time very wisely. You must make sure that the time you have, you make it very useful. You prioritize your time very wisely. Number three is what? You plan ahead. Number three is what? You plan ahead. You must always make sure that the plans you have, you must plan ahead as well. You must plan for the future as well in order to what? To manage time. Number five is what? Eliminate distractions. There are so many people in our life that are distracting us and it is not making us move according to our time. It's not making us what? Move according to time. It is delaying us. You must what? Eliminate distraction. Number six is what? Delegate more often. Delegate more often. You try to delegate your time and your precious time and your strength more often. Number seven is what? What you spend. you must watch what you spend as well. Number 8 is what? Is to take care of yourself. In time management, you must make sure what? You take care of yourself. Let us see the benefits of managing our time. What we get when we manage our time very well. Number 1 is what? Less stress. When you have time management, or you are able to manage your time very well, it reduces your stress. Number 2 is what? You get more done. You get more of your work done. You'll be able to do things on time, and so more of your work is being what? Is being done. Number 3 is what? Less rework. Why? Because you are on time. Anytime you are working, you do it very well. You do it on time, and so there is less what? Rework. Now let's look into the Bible. Let's go into the Bible. When you read Titus chapter 3 verse 8 to 14, it talks about be ready for every good work. We being ready for every good work. And then when you read 1 Timothy chapter 4 verse 11 to 16, it also talks about what? Neglect not the gifts that is in thee. You must not neglect the gift that is in thee. You must make sure that what? You do it according to time. When you read Luke chapter 4 verse 16 to 21, it talks about Jesus is rejected in Nazareth, where is time. When you read Mark chapter 13 verse 32 to 37, it talks about exhortation to be alert. The exhortation to be alert. It's okay. Now Proverbs chapter 12 verse 11 talks about satisfied with bread, being satisfied with bread. Beloved, if we are able to manage our time very well, if we are able to do things according to time, everything will be very well with us, and then we are going to move on successfully in life. God bless you for watching. Thank you.